Prophesy before this happened. Prophesy against kingdoms and things like that. Prophesy against our own people, because we're telling them that these things are coming to play, and that you're gonna be burned up with these people, man. You know. So we're telling them to get right, but you know it's only for the hopeful elect anyway. Go ahead.
So Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries.
Against many countries, because the countries, they were doing wicked, man. This is all about Most High establishing a righteous kingdom and showing his power against the wicked, and showing his love for Israel, you know, and showing, and within showing that love to take down their enemies. But he's doing it his way. He's doing it. We got to learn from our mistakes, from our wrongdoings against the Most High, through our enemy taking us over, putting us in captivity. And now, once we have learned that, like we always say, we think the elect is sealed, the elect may be sealed, that it ain't going to be no need for the enemy no more. The devil, he's going to be put in chains and slavery, do his sentence, and be done away with. Now we rule again as kings and princes and priests. Our daughters going to be princes growing up, you know. We ain't going to have to worry about, you know, we always go through the list, worry about being raped, and our daughters being raped, sons being sodomite and all that, our daughters being a whore, you know, oppression, war, and all that. That's all going to be done away with. But this is the thing that's coming. Go ahead.
That's our rightful position.
That's our rightful position.
That's where we belong, you know? It's kings of the earth, gods of the earth, really.
Yep.
And against great kingdoms.
Great kingdoms, man. So we're proud. Most High having us back in a king nature, spiritually. As we said, through these scriptures, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we are gods. We're prophesying against kingdoms and kings of kingdoms, man. Go ahead.
Of war.
Of war, because that's what's going on right now, war. You know, we're talking about war as we speak. That's what we are. We didn't come. How you gonna prophesy saying what comes before, and then war comes, and then nobody haven't heard the prophets saying that there was going to be war. The prophets been saying there's war way before this third war right now, man. So that was a prophecy that came to pass. Even this RFID chip, man. You know, been talking about it long before. So these are prophecies, and we are prophesying against those kingdoms, against those great kingdoms, and against many countries, man. Go ahead, because this involves everybody. We are the kings of the earth through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It doesn't seem that way, because we're at the bottom, where we sort of like we on the same soil as these people. But Most High got us here for a reason, for a certain time to prophesy, and then Most High willing, we're gonna be called up to be an elect, the great men of Yashala, Prince of Power, to rule all the nations. Go ahead.
Of war and of evil.
Of evil. That's evil means a bad time, and that's what time we're in evil times, man. Go ahead.
And of pestilence.
Of pestilence. That's here. You know, got diseases. You know, you got sicknesses that, you know, people are falling. You got that 5G thing that making people sick. You got, you know, inner flesh-eating diseases. You got people that can't get rid of certain things, man. You know, everybody's just sick, man, congested. You know, we get in this bubble in America where they just dropping chemtrails. You know, the pesticides, the foods, you know, like we said, GMO, nothing can ever grow right anymore. The soil's all messed up. You know, the land is not pure no more. Water is not pure, so nothing's growing right. You know, they got plastic in the water. So
arsenic in the water. Water bottles, man.
Yeah, you supposed.
Geyser.
Yep. Guys, yep. You supposed to drink water to oxidize yourself, man. But it's the very opposite. It's plastic to.
It's acidic.
Yeah.
It's putting acid in your body. It's not putting the alkaline in your body. Yeah. That oxygen that you need.
Yep. And then they got all the herbs hidden in the earth and hidden away from us, and bogus prices to get herbs, and certain herbs you can't even get. You know, So this place is done, man. It's all wicked as hell, man. You know, if this was a righteous place, I could go right now to that tree and grab a fruit off that tree. Or it'll be somebody selling herbs right here for my sickness to where I'm able to be healed at every block, at every point, man. It'll be a medicine man, you know, in every corner of the earth, man, or every street of the earth, man, just to make sure people are doing all right. You know, it'll be a sort of this system will be nursed in good health. It wouldn't even really be people sick, man, because sickness really comes from lack of moralism and righteousness. That's the true sickness, man. Because if you like we said, you follow laws of the land, you eat well, you treat the earth well, it's gonna give you what it's gonna be a healing, a nursing to you, man. You know, you gotta let's say these nurses that these women that become nurses, you know, they nurse these old men, and it's usually our women with these Edomites. But you know, they nurse them when they old. The Edomite's old and decrepit, and he's already into his dying age. But could you imagine them being nurses, even to their own men? Since you know we were young together, and they'll cook the right meals and cook the right foods. Of course, this land is fucked up. Everything's polluted. But you know, they go through their their daily routine to make sure you get the best of the foods and you get the best of the nutrition. You know, then we wouldn't be really getting sick. We'll be that'll be in the tradition of our families, the way that we live. It wouldn't be no obesity. Go back to the 80s and 70s, it wasn't no obese women. Now, you go to them pictures, there wasn't no one obese women that you see, man, hanging in the streets, man. Yeah. They was fit and healthy, just naturally fit and healthy. It wasn't even no gyms back then where they work out. It's just that they were lively. They took care, they took care of themselves. They was, they diet. They were more active, and it wasn't that it wasn't that much poison happening as it is much now. You know, the water was cleaner. They didn't really. They wasn't shooting up the beef like they are now. Just go back to them pictures, man. You're like, damn, our women was fine, natural. They didn't need tattoos or nothing, man. Now they got tattoos all over their body to hide the defects. Yeah,
the hair weaves.
The hair weaves. You know, our women.
They also put no weaves in the hair back in the 20s or 30s.
Yeah, you had Foxy Brown. Who was her name? Pam Grier. You had Dorothy Dandridge. You had even those ones look good. Ella Fitzgerald. You had who was that other? Debbie Allen and them was back then, a little bit back then. Eartha Kitt. She looked good when she was younger, man. Even Marsha Warfield, man. Now she looked like a damn bald-headed hippo butch dyke. I was like, a beautiful woman. She had a long hair and everything, man. Thin, fit. Like that's what America does to our women, and well, not only women, but that's what America does to these are the laziest people in the world, man. The most destructive people in the world. It's no place like obesity than America, man. Why? Because of what they're doing. They program people to be lazy. They got all these fast food places, unhealthy. You congested. Your body can't even digest right. When you go to sleep, you're supposed to be full of energy when you wake up. You're supposed to be able to bounce back like that because your body is rejuvenating. It's doing things while you sleep. You know, you're supposed to have a consistent bowel movement of and not be congested to where you're able to have energy. Your body is not overworking itself. You know, they say it takes 8 hours for you to digest one meal, man. It shouldn't be like that. They don't even they don't even promote greens and the herbs like on the earth like they should, man, at all. They got all these GMO products and processed foods, and then they got gyms. That's backwards. You know, if you didn't, like we said, back then in the 70s and 60s, you didn't even need a gym. But they'll give you an answer and a solution to the problems that they're creating. Just so they can say, well, you know, we got gyms out there. But nobody got time. I mean, you know, you know, brothers do work out and you can make the effort. But damn, I got a 9 to 5, I'm already tired, then I gotta go to the gym, and then I gotta go pay bills, and then I gotta run to the bank, then I gotta shop, and I gotta really just go all into it to where I'm able to have to pick the best waters and shit. Water?
Yeah.
All the water should be good. Why I gotta pick, try to go?
That's a mission, just
Yeah.
to find decent water
Yeah.
nowadays, man.
You might have to travel 30 minutes to another place just to get the better water, man. So called.
Where the Edomites is at, man.
Yeah.
Whole Foods,
Exactly.
Joe's or something.
Exactly. Yeah, they build the pipes a certain way, the water to run, the good water to run to in their neighborhoods, man. They all underground rearranging and repiping and redoing these things, man. They got something called gentrification. They got something called zip codes, zone improvement property, or to where they, by your zip code, they find out, or they statistically know what type of environment you live in, what kind of neighborhood you live in. You know, that's America's worst, based on the worst devil system that there ever was, man. You know, and people are gonna find out the hard way.
So from airports, freeways,
Yeah.
right next to where Jake lived, man.
Yep. You got a train going straight through the street. Like, damn, I gotta wait for a train. I'm about to be late. I really don't like to get to work early because I don't want to be a slave and shit. But now, because a train is going through my street, I gotta wait 15 minutes to cross the tracks, man.
Yeah. This loud ass train in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
You sleep.
Yeah, man. You know, that's bogus, man. That's how America. Huh? That's Jerusalem, man. Jerusalem, man. Go ahead. So that's why the Most High got us out here prophesying, man, against great kingdoms, against countries and great kingdoms of war, of pestilence, of evils. Because this is evil. This is war. This is pestilence. Anytime when you're in a system, in a situation to where your opposition is just pounding on you for no damn reason, it's scripture to say that how the mighty takes the poor, how they privily shoot at the poor. We're not even doing anything, man. You go to a 9 to 5, you work your pennies and all that. You just want to eat right at least, and then you got to just be all distorted because of that, stressed out because of that. Not that we stress, but damn, we shouldn't be having to think about that. We honestly work, honestly make our money. I should be able to buy some food without saying, damn, this might be poison, man. Or it might, you know, is this real cow or is this real beef? Or is it pork or is it children's meat or something like that?
Yeah, you gotta look at the label every time.
Yeah, look at the label. Yellow 5, yellow 6. How many yellows can you have? Got all these ingredients you can't understand, man. We shouldn't even be eating anything that we can't understand, man.
It's a chemical.
Yeah, it's a chemical.
Got this crazy ass name.
Exactly.
It's chemical.
I'm glad you said that because there's certain foods that you cook or ingredients in the food. Everything's an element. So you put certain foods together, it makes a chemical reaction. You know, that's why you could get sick off of certain things that's combined together. And Esau know that. Just like I heard that in some cases, I don't know how true it is, but he said it said in an article that you mix tea, you mix iced tea together, or Arizona tea or something, and Skittles. That's a chemical or something like that. You might get a heart attack. That's the same thing Trayvon bought that same day. But I'm just saying that's what they do. They experiment with these chemicals in the lab, these elements, and then they put it in the foods. And like Mwazak said, the food is a drug, man. You know, they put aspirin, like we said, they put real cocaine in Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola is still one of the top company, if not the top soda company in the world. And they've been known to have cocaine in their soda, man.
Yeah, now they got high fructose corn syrup.
High fructose.
This is bad, you know.
Man,
if it takes Coca-Cola and boil all the water out of it, it's just like a tar-like substance.
Yeah,
that's what you're putting in your system.
Yep, that's what yep. And if that was Jake that owned that Coca-Cola company, you wouldn't hear about Coca-Cola anymore, man. You know, Jake could be, if they found out he was putting Coke in anything, man. Hell, they arrest him on the street for shit like that they do in these stores, man. Yeah. Sell over-the-counter drugs. That's what they are. They're a drug facility, man. A pharmaceutical means go back to pharmacia, witchcraft, man.
That's why you got to go out of the country to get a lot of this food.
Yeah.
Like Mexico.
Got it. Yep. Yep.
Because they use like real cane sugar instead of like that high fructose stuff.
They use poppy seeds to for heroin. You know, call it cheese or whatever. All these things are drugs. Molly, that's a chemical, you know, of elements put together to make you hallucinate. Acid. What else they use? You know, even with these bar drinks that they have, man, you got to watch out for those too. Because they poison the liquor. They putting chemicals in certain liquors or whatever, maybe wine.
You got to drink that imported beer. Beer like a Heineken, or Beck's. Something that got all that GMO in it. Drink that domestic beer, man.
Yeah, man. And it's still cool to read their labels, even though they lie. Read the labels anyway, you know, just to get an idea, you know. But they trying to kill us, man. They directly trying to kill us, man.
Oh, slow kill, man.
Yeah, slow kill.
Poison from the air to the food.
Yep. Yep. And that's why the Most High got us out here prophesying, man. Because it's the end of the world. And it's the exposure of this place being so wicked, man. You know? How can you live in a so-called normal world and your chemtrails are falling as we speak? Or the air is something in the air as we speak that's going around, man. You know, it's children being sacrificed and used in these products as we speak, man. Hey, you look at that video with the Chinese, they eating dead babies, man. Literally, physically, you can see it with your own eyes. So you can't tell me that and China has a big meat market in the U.S., man. 85 or 90% of the meat served in the U.S. is from China. So you can't tell me they're not putting that in the foods, man. You know, that's why you know we're not heathens, man. That's how you know that we're not of that nature, man. Jake ain't eating babies. You know, cats and dogs. Now, if he's wicked and there's an opposition where the Most High leaves you out there and the Most High tell you, hey, return back to me or you're going to be put out there with the heathen, I'm going to leave you among the nations, then you might end up eating feces or your bread defiled among the heathen. You might end up eating babies and all that. Not because that's what kind of power the Most High is, because you went off. You know? And you know, when you desire to be in the flesh, he's going to let you get consumed by the flesh. He's going to let you feel the effects of what it is to be connected with the flesh. You got people in triangle relationships or in lustful relationships that end up getting killed or murdered because they can't get out. Because they driven toward making that perfect when the flesh is not perfect, man. But, you know, Most High got us in flesh, condemning the flesh. That's why we're out here. We're spiritual men. We're not involved in this world. We're in the world, but not of the world, man. We do things differently, walk differently, we talk. If we had a choice, we wouldn't even eat these abominable foods, but they put it in the foods. Even the lawful foods that we're able to eat, they put it in there. They don't tell us. They put pork in everything. They put it in concrete. They put it in a railroad. They put it in a sheetrock in your house.
that's just the stuff we know about.
Yeah.
You know? There's plenty of other things that we're eating that we don't know.
That we don't even know.
Which has been grown on you.
Yep. Yep. And it's destroying the earth, man, as we know it. And it might not look, even though the outside might look pretty or whatever, however you paint it, the infrastructure is falling apart. You know, that's like you can see a fine ass woman, but she'll have a disease. You know, she look fine and healthy and got a fat ass and titties and all that, but you still got to be like, hey, I got to use protection on this female, especially the fine ones. So that's how America dresses herself as the harlot, with that red dress, and she's so-called fine, you know, and everybody's looking at America from the outside, but Most High, that's why the Most High said in the scriptures, she gonna lift up her skirt, because that's when you find out, that's when you smell the stink, and you be like, damn, bitch, like, where you been? Because you can trick a lot of people with that dress, or from far away, you got a body and all that, but once people get close and they figuring you out, they be like, oh damn, she's a hoe, man. She's a harlot. She was sleeping with men. She got, you know, she got something on her mouth. It describes how the wicked woman lives. She commits adultery, she does wicked, and it wipes her mouth, and she's done no evil. And that's how America is working with amongst these nations and even against us, man. Her prime target is really us, man. She try to keep us in the pocket. Why? But she won't tell everybody what's going on with her and these nations that confront her, man. And so we won't, even with us coming out with prophecy, she don't want nobody to put that together. Oh, the prophets are telling the truth, because you are in confrontation with these nations. They are looking at you like an enemy, because you know, America make you believe that she got all kind of friends, all kind of allies and shit. Everybody's on her side. Everybody wants to come to America. That's the blind people. That's the people that want to live out their lustful ways and their dreams and fantasies and shit. People that's really awakened, they don't want to come here, man. They be like, shit, man, I'll stay over here, man. A wise woman over there, she'd be like, well, you know what? My husband's strict, but I'd rather be over here than be over there as a slut over in America. Because that's what they're going to become. They lured into being sluts, you know?
They're childless. They hurting at the end of it. They ain't got no real love in their life. They ain't really experienced nothing in their life. Like they said, the career woman is the most miserable piece of shit on earth. Yeah. But the married woman, the ones they say that's an oppression with the head cover over there in Iran, they happy. They in the streets like death to America, death to Israel, death to evil. Hey, the fire's coming.
Yeah.
Because they was in the streets, you know, like Iranians was in the streets, like death to America, death to the state of Israel, and death to England, man. Which is all Edomites at the end of it. Like those are the ones they really calling out. But the people in them lands, they death to you also. Except for the men of the Lord and the 1/3, man. Because we want this place to go down, like you said, the prophecies. This whore is going to be burned. That's what the prophecy is. Hey, that's what the law is. If your daughter was a whore, take her out into the city, stone her to death, and burn her with fire, man. That's what's going to happen.
And it also says a witch shall burn, man.
Yeah, and
this is a witch.
She's the mother of
She does witchcraft, man. The mother of harlots, man. If your daughter come here, if she's from another place, England, she's over there, whatever she is, she come over here, she's going to be a harlot, man.
Hey, that's spiritual, because a lot of these women that come from these other lands, they can't go back to their homeland after they come over here. People got death threats on them, like, nigga, you come back over here, you fucking dead. So they got to stay over here. Hey, but you dead over here anyway. You stay here in Babylon, aka America, you going to die here, man. From the plagues, and if you lucky enough, you going to make it to the missiles. That's what you're going to be.
Make it to the missiles, like they running toward the missiles. That's what y'all basically doing. I want to run to the missiles.
Yeah, they got a golden ticket to the missiles.
Go ahead.
Amos 3:8.
So the Most High sent us out here to prophesy against these kingdoms, man. Against great kingdoms, against countries, against war, pestilence, of evils, and that's what we're doing. You know, if you tell the truth and talk about what's going on, they say you're a terrorist. You know, they hate truth speakers, man. Hey, so that's our job.
Hey, it is a terror unto you wicked ass people. Hey, a righteous person is a terror unto a wicked person. Because a righteous person gonna find you out. Like, man, it's like a criminal, a fugitive running from the CIA or the FBI. The Fed, he looking on him like, yeah, we're gonna find this guy. We're gonna crack him. We got a case.
Yep.
So we got a case on these people. That's what they're afraid of.
And
The Lord got the case on you.
Exactly. And how much more righteous men are speaking from the word of righteousness, man. Regardless of our mistakes, this is coming from the Bible, man. We're just messengers. Go ahead.
It said the books are open.
Yep.
The judgment is set.
Yep.
The books is open. Right?
Amos 3:8. The lion hath roared, but who will not fear?
Go ahead.
The Lord power has spoken, but who can but prophesy?
So we speaking through this word. The Most High is having us as His soldier men, and He's speaking through us. Who can but prophesy? Who can but tell these things that's going on? Like when you wake up and Most High wake you up, and you see different things going on, the very opposite of what you learned all your life. You be like, I gotta tell this. You know, Jake, he knows the deal. Jake can't keep a secret for shit. Jake could tell everybody, like, man, you hear what happened and so and so. So that nothing's going on, man.
Somebody put to death over it.
This is a world of folly, man. You know, I mean, you know, they probably, you know, sometimes they just put it, they just turn the sirens on, man.
Hey, but they the boy that cried wolf, because when it's really gonna be death in the streets, there ain't gonna be no damn siren.
Yep. Ezekiel 25 and 1, 35 and 1. So that's our main thing, is to prophesy. We coming out here, you know, and we're not carnal men. We don't have weapons. Most High just said, go out and speak the word, prophesy in my name. Prophesy against these kingdoms, because it's wicked. Because it's wicked, man. You don't want to live. I don't want to live forever in a wicked world, man. What are our people thinking about? They want to live here every day, slaved out. You know, strippers. They like we mentioned. Our women are strippers. Men's are pimp. The men are pimps. You know, what a way to go out as a family, man. And then you know, Esau is able to. You get caught up in the drug game, because they, you know, a lot of these clubs and shit are owned by the mafia and shit. What a world to live in. You can't raise a family like that, man. So they're not even concerned really about their children, man. I don't even know why they have their children in their images that which they display. You're not a family oriented, a family structured, a minded person or people. You know, it ain't gonna work here in America, man.
And the Lord brought, like Barack always says, majority of these people walking around was born in vain, born to be destroyed.
Exactly.
That's it. Like,
exactly.
You ain't even, nigga, 40 years old, haven't even done half of the shit he set out to do when he left when he was 18.
Yeah.
So, but they still want to live life. You ain't.
Yeah, man.
Without the Most High, you ain't got no life. You dead. No life. You in the congregation of the dead, if you are people.
Yep.
You so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, you in the congregation of the dead, you only rushing to your own end. And like the brother said, you idiots that brought in 2020, could you not see clearly that your destruction is at hand?
Yep.
You know, hey, right when the year started, World War III is on the brink. A lot of you clowns gonna get drafted.
Oh yeah, you had that woman that was twerking. You gonna get done away with, man.
It's always
you
a joke.
Be the first one,
It's always a joke until you ain't got no food in your damn mouth.
Yep.
Look over there in Australia, 1 billion fucking animals dead. The Most High said, I'm gonna remove man and beast from off the land, man. How long will you damn people not fear the hand of the Lord that's shaking over this place? He have destroyed the crops. Hey man, this is gonna be a hell of a year. Hey, this place is through, man.
Yeah, man.
The infrastructure is crumbling.
It's
done. War is on the brink. Y'all ain't even ready for war. Them Iranians over there got the whole nation fucking saying death to this place. What about this nation? Not everybody on board to go to war, but war is going to come, man. Regardless.
And this, you know, Most High is going to escalate it, because it's that same burn the flag, we hate U.S., and then America shows them doing that to get people on their side or for their in their favor, you know, the patriotism on all that. Nah, man, it's gonna go. Most High gonna go. He gonna let that shit go left, man. And it's gonna fill out. It's gonna fulfill the prophecy, man. Because people are getting tired of that same shit, man. Okay, we know we got enemies. You know, you point out certain enemies. What about America? What about our freedom and rights and liberty, because they gonna bring back the draft.
No liberty.
No liberty.
They
here,
have
man.
no liberty. They have no rights. Your precious, the nation is through, and the nations can see that. That's why Iran was like, we ain't gotta shoot no rockets over at these idiots, because they already fucking destroyed amongst themselves. They're disgruntled. There's a dissension among the Americans in their own self. You got those dudes over there in Virginia, the NRA Association, the Second Amendment, goddamn citizens. They were like, well, the government gonna try to take our guns, so we gonna fight civil war. Then you got war out there internationally. Right when you did that attack on that dude, the Iranian general, who came to the aid? Russia and China. They doing joint drills with this nation. For what? What they do? They just doing that to play around? Or they doing that because they preparing for war, man? They preparing for a great conflict. Hey, it's me and Ayan, we was working at the college this week, and guess who was there? A military recruiter was there. A Marine. He was there. He's talking to me and a brother about World War III. He's like, you really think it's gonna happen? We're like, yeah, it's gonna happen. The base on the Bible. He's like, well, I'm a Christian. So if you are a Christian, you better check out Revelation, man. That's what it's gonna be.
But he's a Christian, but he's a militant. He's a militant.
Yeah. So he didn't want it to come, but it's gonna come, man. It's
gonna come, man.
Thus saith the Lord.
And then best believe people come to this America, peep out what's going on, sceneries and all that, and go back report to their people, man.
And there's sleeper cells in this place.
Sleeper cells in this place. So you know, everybody know what's going on in America, man. And then you know everybody laugh. You can laugh with a so-called friend one day, and then the next day y'all be enemies, man. Yeah, that's how it is with America.
It said that in the scriptures that friends shall fight one another like enemies, man. Because it's gonna be a lack of bread. That damn food truck ain't gonna be there in the day to come, man. No. Hey, actually, if the food truck pulled up in the day we talking about, the people would throw the truck over and get the damn food out of there. Then what? You know, that's what time we entered into, man. Prophecy.
And they so stupid, they wouldn't think to eat all of it. You know, they'll throw some of it against the trucks and all that. They throw some of the food against the trucks, against the cops. You're gonna need that food, man. That's how dumb people's mind is when it trips out, man. You know, and I've been looking at those documentaries lately of those crimes that people commit, and then through the whole situation, through the whole criminal act that they committed, they don't even remember, or they say something took over them, or spirit took over them. Now, you know, they came back to their senses. So people are not going to be in the same state of mind as they think they are.
They going to turn into an animal.
They're going to turn into an animal, man.
These people beast any goddamn way. Yeah. That's what separated Israel from the rest of the nations, was the law.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
The law. How can not the law still be in effect when that's the very thing that separates us from the heathen, to keep us upright, to keep us on the straight path, to keep us different from these nations? Holy. It says, be holy, be peculiar, separate yourselves from the ungodly, man. Go ahead.
2 Ezra 16:21. Behold, victuals shall be so cheap, good cheap.